Time now for another edition of the Racing Dudes Way Too Early Kentucky Derby picks.
Welcome back to RaceDudes.com. I'm Magic, and today we're taking a closer look at Kentucky Oaks contender Secret Oath, and it's very exciting whenever the coach, Dwayne Lukas, has an exciting prospect for the Kentucky Oaks. With me to talk about her and the trainer is Aaron Halchman. And Aaron, nobody's a bigger fan of the coach than you. Talk to me about Secret Oath. This is a horse that you have been very high on, including going into the Martha Washington Stakes, which she just won.
Yeah, it's great to see the coach have one. And this one has a really special for me because absent-minded, the dam of this horse is a horse that I watched all the time at Oaklawn, kind of cutting my teeth in the game growing up at Oaklawn and going there, 3 or 4 times a year. It seems like she always ran every time we went, and she was a really good horse in her own right. All respect to absent-minded, I think Secret Oath, the ceiling is much, much higher. Absent-minded, kind of a hard trier more than anything else. Had talent, obviously, but had a lot of heart as well. This Secret Oath is just really something. This was a blowout, a dominant effort in the Martha Washington. A race that I'm not saying she's Rachel Alexandra, but kind of reminded me of when Rachel Alexandra won the Martha Washington. Just took over the top of the stretch, ran away from them. So the coach after the race said, hey, consistency. That was the thing we needed to work on with this horse. Now we're seeing it. He's over the moon about it, and so am I. And this is a very special horse for in my eyes as well because of the absent-minded thing.
Well, not only that, to the cherry on top is she's by Arrogate. We were really only going to have the one crop for the legendary horse, so it's great to see he's going to have at least one champion living on and carrying his legacy for him. You talked about Dwayne Lukas. Whenever he gets really excited about a prospect, he gets very ambitious. There's a chance this horse might not just face the fillies. There could be a chance we see her on the Kentucky Derby Trail. Talk to me about her chances and where do you see her going next? And if she goes to the Derby Trail, when does that happen?
Well, that's a very interesting thing. I mean, there's not many fillies when they win. It's like, oh, well, we could maybe see this horse in a Derby prep next. But with Dwayne Lukas, you never know. I haven't seen anything official. I don't want to say anything about, it's all speculation, I guess what I'm saying. Here's the deal. Newgrange ran the Southwest and got an 89. Secret Oath ran here at the Fantasy and got an 88. We're talking about buyers. Secret Oath probably could have got 10 points higher, right? This horse was really like first, second gear. She can compete with the males. I think that'll be hard for Lukas to pass up. The Rebel is February 26th at Oaklawn. Maybe we could see her there. Arkansas Derby, April 2nd. Maybe we see her there. I'm going to say I would be surprised not to see her in one or the other. Obviously, I think it's important for her to get enough points to qualify for the Oaks, and that should still be target number one. But let's say she wins a prep next for the Oaks that gets her, locked into that position. I wouldn't be shocked to maybe see a little bit of a Derby Trail try. So keep that in mind. Keep an eye out for this horse. Certainly a top 2 or 3 contender for the Kentucky Oaks at this moment. But the Derby might be looming for this horse. We'll see.
Well, and just earlier today, you and I discussed more in depth Forbidden Kingdom and Newgrange, and the overall impression that you had, especially with the Southwest, is maybe this really isn't that great of a crop, at least what we've seen so far as 3-year-olds, and especially when you've got a 3-year-old filly who pops the way that Secret Oath did, and then you look at this male crop, and everyone is scratching their head trying to figure out, of the 3-year-olds who've run, who's any good. This feels like the year where you could really see a filly come in and Swiss Skydiver we saw get second in the Bluegrass a couple of years ago. We could see a filly win a Derby prep this year. This feels like the time to do it.
It kind of does feel like it, right? I mean, you even think back to Echo Zulu. We haven't seen her yet this year, but that race at the Breeders' Cup was on par, if not better, than what Corniche did on the male side of things. And that's not even really a knock on Corniche. She's got a lot of talent. And then you look at this horse, and again, it's not the Breeders' Cup, but I would take her out of the Fantasy over Newgrange over the Southwest. So you're right. I agree with you. It'll just be who has the balls as a trainer to try it. Well, I know one guy that does, and that's Dwayne Lukas. So if he believes this horse can win a prep, I think we'll see the horse in a prep. So again, I know nothing. This is all speculation. But the bottom line, very exciting filly, and one that I'm really rooting for 100% here. So we'll see what happens with her.
We're going to keep a close eye on her moving forward. Head over to racenews.com. We've got free picks for every race, every track around the country happening every day. Over at our YouTube channel, youtube.com/racingdudes, you can catch all of our Kentucky Derby trail coverage where we're talking about every horse that's possibly going to go on the trail and continue to make some noise. Secret O sounds like she's certainly going to be one of those horses. So head over to racenews.com, youtube.com/racingdudes. Leave a like if you like this video. Hit subscribe if you really like it. Tell all your friends. We'll see you at the track.
This has been another edition of the Racing Dude's Way Too Early Kentucky Derby.